Welcome to Brawl Radio, where we give you a verbal image of life, and we are everyday people. Like to welcome you all to the show. Look, we are recording this live, and this the visual of Verbal Radio. You know I got my partner with me, Brother Loki. What's up, Brother Loki? Hey man, I had to beam up for a minute, man, so I can talk to you on an earthly platform, right? On a universal level, because there's been a significant change within the universal atmosphere, right? And we're gonna get into the Alabama brawl in a second, right? But we gotta set it up though, brother. And check this out, right? It was a time in the South where you had the Devil's Punch Bowl, which was in Natchez, Mississippi, right? Of course, we all know about Oklahoma City, right? The Black Wall Street, right? But the abuse that Black people suffered for, man, 500 years or better, right? But you had your Nat Turners, you had your John Horses, you had those who understood, that had that Moorish blood in them, or that Moorish characteristics, to where they knew that they were a man and wouldn't accept anything less than that, right? But then you had civil rights leaders, you had those who wanted to integrate and wanted to go along and get along, wanted to love an enemy until the enemy loved them back, but the enemy never showed any capabilities of loving you back or any aspirations to love you back, right? Then you got this summer where they recorded the hottest summer on record, right? Then we rode into Alabama at the port where the security guard was trying to do his job. And then he got jumped by a host of white men, white people, right? Now, we're gonna start right there. What was the significance? Because he took his hat off and he threw his hat in the air. Was that like, hey man, Mayday?
Yeah, that was the Mayday, man. That's the new bat signal.
That's the new bat signal.
AKA the Bobby Smurder.
Come on.
You know, he threw his hat up and it disappeared. Y'all know what time it is, man. It's time to transform and roll out.
And look, brothers jump in the water, swimming over there to come to this brother's aid, right?
Yeah.
Now, what do you think sparked that energy? Because look, this, I want to say this. It's been times where we stood, people stood on the sidelines and watched Black men get shot and beat, right? And you had some of the older leaders was like, look, we gotta take this in court, or we gotta learn to love each other. We all bleed the same, But what do you think sparked a wave of Black men saying, you know what, we not taking this no more. We finna go in here and aid this brother?
Man, because for the warrior class is always in the chamber. It always can go down and it will go down if you push the right button. So I mean, if you know, if you're part of that class, then you know what time it is, I mean, I would have paid to attend that festival right there, so I can get my head and beating that thing and become a thing of legend. We got our local legendary stories and experiences and things like that, man. But the point the way international, man, they talk about them in the Caribbean. I seen today on that was actually Comedy Hype, was interviewing the sister from the Bahamas, and they were talking about how they taking it out, how they looking at it out there, man. And I'm always about the international, John. That's always my thing. So yeah, I mean, law and the shit we talk about with the legality, that's one thing, but you always got to be ready to swing that scimitar, swing them sword, bring them hand and feet.
Come on.
At all times, shout out to Brother P, he say, man, if I put a spell on y'all, break your jaw.
Come on.
Get that shit twisted.
Right. Facts, bro. Look, we didn't come to sing, we came to swing. You know what I mean? Like Malcolm and Karras One said. You know, it's that time, bro. You know, it's that energy been built up because look, man, we are men, we are individuals. Why do we have to be shown on a TV screen all the time, docile and getting beat like, you know what I mean? Like that's our job or something. You know, I think that as far as today, that Malcolm X spirit, man, that NOI spirit, that look, man, if you put your hands on me, I'm gonna try to break your neck, man. You know what I mean? That's men. That's masculine. See, when women try to tell, you know, they try to demasculinize men and whatnot, you know what I mean? But then as soon as something like this arrives, they cheering the brothers on though. But you gotta have masculine, you gotta be a masculine man to go out there and do what they did.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta thank them brothers. Yeah, they coming to the rescue. You can't be docile and half feminine and running out there talking about you for to put some hands on somebody. You know what I mean? So, sisters, I'm just saying, get out the way and let us do what we do. You know, we paving a way that will end all of the racism and all of the police brutality. You know, this is 2023, meaning how much longer do people expect us to be docile and not really claim our rightful place on this planet? Now, brother Loki, let me ask you this, brother Loki. Is this a paradigm shift to where the mentality of indigenous people is starting to change? And what you think is due to that change?
This is absolutely what you make it. I mean, you can take this energy right here and you can shape it, you can be inspired by it. You gotta put it to use. Right. You know, I heard Red Pill, he was talking about lightning in a bottle. That's what it is. You have these moments, these golden opportunities always gonna come up. It's all about what you do with it. And I think that it comes at a time where there's work being put down right now with some things on the friends that's about to go down just amongst us, Black. You know what I'm talking about? You know, coming up soon, coming to a theater soon, you know, near you. You know, the action has already been put down. Now we just carrying out the mission, you know. So, I mean, it's really perfect timing, man. You know, this is the time to, if there was anything that anyone was lacking on, that they wasn't working on, this is the time to take the energy and put in that work right now. You know, wherever you feel that a person may need to improve or something that they need to get balanced, just to take this energy, use it as inspiration. And, you know, the incentive is, man, is that, man, this is the stuff of legend. This is how you become legendary. You don't do it, you know, sitting around, being stagnant, turning into swamp water, man. You do it by getting that thing moving, man, and being always prepared to chin check, man. If you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Come on.
Get out here, you know, get your shit together, man, because, you know, it may go down. Shout out to the elder gentleman, man, really put that thing down, man. The chairman of the board, you know, the brother with the white hat on with the striped shirt, you know, where he was a choke slam buddy, man. He had his hands wrapped around his throat, man. You know, great technique. Shout out to the sister and the white that stomped out the sister. The peon and the red stomped her down to the ground, you know. And the chairman put the icing on the cake, man. I see people trying to say, oh, well, he shouldn't have, you know. But if she was out there stealing off on men, hey, man, you know, you get the energy, whatever you give, you're going to get that back, man.
Right.
You try to get it there, you fighting, you know, against it, you know. If y'all want to get stole off on, get out the way.
Right.
You know, because, you know, in the midst when things are going down, and anybody in war knows, man, that, you know, when it's going down, anybody can inflict serious damage.
Right.
If that woman was out there swinging on somebody, you don't know if she had anything in her hand, anything sharp, a blade, anything trying to take out somebody, eye or even worse, So you don't play around, when people is inflicting damage on you, attacking you, and say, "Oh no, well I ain't gonna." No, you don't play like that. Don't play with your life like that, And hey man, shout out to everybody that's looking out for these brothers and sisters. Shout out Aquaman, the 16-year-old young soldier that got out there, swam across the body of water, went over there and rock bottom, buddy, ready for action. Man, shout out to everybody. We're gonna go through everybody, man. And I just love it, man. Everybody, galvanized, came together, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. We just use the energy to your advantage. It's a golden opportunity. It's lightning in a bottle. Make your post. August 5th is a national holiday. City here. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get it.
Let's get it, bro. Look, like you said, when you're on the battlefield, you're on the battlefield. Anything can be a battlefield, right? Hey, that was the battlefield right there, August 5th. And whoever's on that battlefield, you fighting to win. And everybody that's on the opposing side is the enemy. So it's time to roll, And they did exactly what should have been done. But this is a catalyst to show what needs to be done going forward. From this day forward, because I'm going to give you an example. When the Michael Jackson impersonator was on that subway, and the guy that was in the middle, that Marine, choked him out and killed him, right? While he was choking him, there were two other white men. One white guy held the guy's arm so he couldn't fight back while the other white guy was choking him on the subway in New York, right? And nobody was saying nothing about the other two that helped aid this veteran in killing this Michael Jackson impersonator on the subway. Now, when these black men goes to rescue another black security officer, black man, right? Don't make it seem as if it was a violent melee. They were coming to aid, and help in a situation to where they could have killed that black dude. They didn't have any love or any concern about the law. The dude was wearing a badge. He was operating under a judicial system as a security guard to protect the people that was there. But it goes to show you that they don't respect black authority. And in order to gain respect, right, like you stated, sometimes you got to put hands on folk because his words wasn't doing anything. They jumped it. But now, since they got stumped, now they understand who we are. They got a display of who we are. Now, if we would have came up there, if the brothers would have got off the boat and they got in line and started singing Amazing Grace, you ain't gonna get no respect. They probably would have jumped on them too, right? But now I bet they think twice before jumping on a black man. See, black men, you got to realize something. The stance that you make may help save a life down the line, because sometimes white people, they think we all the same. So if you got one docile black, they think we all that way. So when you stand your ground, it sends a message to make them think twice, because they don't know if this next brother finna stand his ground, this next brother finna stand his ground. And if everybody starts standing their ground, then you get rid of all the racism and all the systemic racism and all the problems overnight. We could have gotten rid of this situation years ago. But okay, it's like Abraham, man. It's like the Abraham theory, We gotta exhaust all means first. We gotta sing the song first, see if they work, We got to hold the hands and see if that's gonna work. You know, the little black boy, the little white girl, the little black white boy, the black holding hands. We got to go through all that first just to get down to the meat of the thing. Okay, goddamn, what you want to do? You know what I mean? We done did all that. So I'm just saying, man, that you know, how would you get this message over to the elder generation to show them that certain things like this needs to happen so they can quit complaining and suffering from the complaints that they've been having for generations? You know, they complain and say they tired and we need to pass these laws and we need to stop and we need to do this. But when situations like this occur from the Alabama brawl, how would you explain to them that this is a tactic that has to be done?
You got to be versatile out here because these nations, that we're dealing with, and even the nations that we are aligned with or have interest in aligning with, they're versatile. They're not just operating on one plane. They're operating on many different fronts. So you got to be prepared on many different fronts. You got to be a jack of all trades. So of course, this is off the rip off the table because, we know this, in some cases as a default, or a go-to, or hey, if the shit hit the fan, you gotta stick a move, let it roll out the shoulders, come back with the counter, That's just how it goes. It's just basic instinct, and the warrior class know what time it is. So, I mean, anybody saying otherwise, they're just looking to promote people being unprepared, So, like I said, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. If like wherever you feel like you're lacking at and you feel like you may not be prepared on all fronts, you got to tighten up, man. That's what time it is. I know that's what I'm taking from it, man. I'm inspired. It's I was already on 100% max, but this has inspired me on some other aspects that I'm about to hop back on, man. I done brought the weight back out,
Right.
No, man, I can already mix it up real good,
Right.
And then be the anti mode. I'm 8-point strike system back. I'm not going to just strictly rely on what I learned the technique. You also got to get make sure you're on top of whatever conditioning that you may need.
Right.
Just in case you can't get to that handy like my man Corey Hogan said, that goddamn it. In case you can't get to that goddamn it, and you might not want to put a goddamn it out there, you might have to hit it with that 8-point strike system. I'm talking about these elbows, goddamn hands and feet. 8-point strike system, man. Get familiar, man. 52 black. Let's do
it. That's what I'm talking about. Look, before we get out of here, right? Do you think that, because the Moors that conquered Portugal and Spain from Rome, right, were warriors, right? Do you think that energy is starting to come back as we identify with who we are and as we study that period in time and that history? And could that be why in Florida, DeSantis is they creating this new wokeism where they trying to get rid of Black history, and then they trying to say that the slaves actually learned the skill doing slavery, and they trying to change the narrative to keep Black men, in particularly Black women as well, from knowing the battles that the Moors won and the lands that they conquered. Are they in a sense feeling like they losing grip on us because of that? Not because the knowledge now is just widespread and people are starting to wake up. Is that a reoccurrence of that, of our Moorish ancestry side? You done.
Absolutely, because the closer that we get, just on the moral side of things that we're doing right now. We got some things that's happening towards the end of the month. Once certain decisions are made, we dealing with the courts right now. We'll give an update on that and let everybody know what time it is with that. And something like that, something that's so key in terms of setting certain, I don't want to say precedents, but I will, because it's not like we reinvent the wheel, but we're doing things from here, from this particular part of the soil, and it hit a little bit different, when we get involved, because we're bridge, we're right in the middle of everything. Even when you look at it on the map and you look at the culture, everything's down the middle right here in this particular turf, man. We got country, we got, a city element. That means that we're aware of how people move in the concrete jungle, in the wilderness of North America. Plus we ride horses out here. We got, we literally is growing food in the backyard. We got aquaponic system.
Come on.
We handed dandy with the hand work. Y'all know how Texas get down. Don't let the one loss on the record with the true bear spin fool you.
Right.
Because Charlo gonna put the beats on that boy Canelo.
All right.
Love, respectfully, we're gonna have to do you.
Right.
So it's Texas, it's Tejas thing, man.
Right.
I ain't talking about the PRs, man. I'm talking about us being originally from the soil.
Right.
We also from the soil across the land. Don't divide us.
Come on.
Because this is definitely that African energy. This is definitely that universal, international, cosmic energy, just like you see in the background with Brother Flag.
Come on.
So we tapped into the Kundalini aspect, man. And the Moors, man, they was catching bodies out there, man. That's the reason why they got treaties. Y'all heard it here on Verbal Big Radio, man. Reason why they had treaties because they was catching so many bodies, And so that's what time it is. The symbol of the Moors come with a sword, with a scimitar. That symbol that y'all see on the Shriners Hospital, where they got that Egyptian's headdress with the sword up under it, that's actually the Moorish sword. That's the curved sword.
Right.
The scimitar, because the Moors was also a Kemet as well, because we from that bloodline as well. We all the same people. We family.
Right.
We family, man. We only was split up and are split up based on family names. And at this point, y'all know what time it is with the whole disenfranchisement thing. But yeah, man, this is definitely that energy coming to the forefront. It's getting closer and closer to the surface.
Right.
And I've been in talks with some people, man, that I wasn't even expecting that was going to be interested in this, man, that want to get deeper into this, man, because it's man, I was talking to some folks today, man. I didn't even know that they was on this type of time. That's how I know it's in the air, because they ain't never said nothing that they was on this type of time.
Right.
Man, I got to talking to him today, man. And the brother was, we was just on the same type of time, man. But any other time, we just, shits and giggles, ain't really talking about too much of nothing. But then the brother was like, nah, man. He was like, that bullshit they taught us slavery, that shit is garbage, man. He talking about white Jesus coming to save y'all. This shit, man, that shit garbage. That shit is dope. It's the elder brother. It's the elder brother.
Okay.
And he was talking about, Malcolm X, Hillhouse, Malik Shabazz. He was talking about that brother. He said integration was garbage.
Come on.
He was just dropping it, man. And I'm saying that's how you know. That's the synchronicity. That's how you know what time it is, because everything started lining up. Things start. It seems like it's coming out of nowhere, but what it really is the principle of cause and effect. It's everything that you do, everything that you say, and the way that you line up your energy that leads you to the next synchronized energy with yours.
That's right. As above, so below, we all working together, bro. Look, let me ask you this. How do you feel that this sun is playing a part in all this heat? It's been hot out there, and certain people can't take it. It's hot. Is that also fueling things in this particular time?
Yeah, because that's the Kundalini fire. Mm-hmm. That's the Naga and Nagu, Neges, Niger energy. You know, when you see that dragon, that represents the sun. When you see that snake in the crown of the Pharaoh's headdress, that represents the sun. You know, so as we say these affirmations, we use these words, negu, nigga, Niger, you know, negish, you know, these are all Kundalini affirmations. This all heats up the planet. You know, this brings that melanin to the surface to receive that information from the ancestors, from the sun rays, you know, that's beaming down on us. This is, you know, that hellfire that they were talking about that's going to wash up shit at the end of times of Revelation. This is what that Kundalini energy represents activation of your higher consciousness. You know, because you know that serpent, when you see it on the caduceus and that medical symbol, you see that serpent going to the crown, going to the top of the wing, which represents the wing staff of Tahuti. The wings represents going outside the third dimension of consciousness. It represents just like the upper chakras, the blue. The blue chakra, the indigo, and the violet chakra, that all that represents ascension up to those wings, which, you know, in order to line up with this kind of energy, you know, these type of things occur because that Kundalini fire is hitting that crown chakra, and it's activated by your consciousness, by your way of thinking, your mindset, what you're actually putting forth action wise, what your culture is, what you say, what you eat, what you intake visually, you know, information wise. All of that is going to determine whether your pineal is calcified or decalcified, so it can get activated by that sun, get activated by that higher level consciousness, that fire, you know, so you can go to higher levels of consciousness and be able to tap into elevated conversations and elevated energy where you're making certain moves that you wouldn't make otherwise. You know, certain decisions that you make, certain choices, certain things that you may rethink, or certain things that you may be reinforced. All of that is based on the sun heating up these things that's coming to mind. That self accountability, that should be the word of this year. Self accountability. You know, and taking control of situations when they get out of control. You know, to the brothers, that's what we do. That's what we're here for. We're here to put things in order. We're not here to pacify everybody. You know, yes, we want to be balanced, but at the same time, we got to be in the mindset to be able to put in work, you know, because it's that time, man. This ain't the time to be lacking. This ain't the time to be playing, you know, wasting a bunch of energy looking at a bunch of nothing online. You know, it's time to work, man.
Right. And look, we have that movie film coming out titled Accountability. So y'all stay tuned. We right on time. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is what you just stated was giving the people the metaphysics behind the Alabama Brawl. You know, this is the metaphysics behind it, because this is pinpointing the dispensation in time that we are currently in and what needs to be done and why things are being done today and not, let's say, 10 years ago. Because the timing wasn't right, but the timing is in the line, as you stated earlier. So, bruh, look, we appreciate that, bruh. We got about 9 minutes left, bruh. Anything you want to drop before we get out of here?
Man, you know, man, go hit up that number 4 LOKI on IG. That more MOOR LOKI on IG. Moorish Empire on all platforms, MoorishEmpire.com. You know, on the Moorish side of things, like I said, we got some things coming up towards the end of the month. We're gonna make some announcements.
Come on.
And man, we moving and grooving, man, out here, man. Screw the State House, man. You know, bar paid off.
Come on, hey, that's H time. And look, we want to bring that information here on World Peak Radio that's getting ready to drop by courtesy of Brother Loki. You know what I mean? The reason why I have him on the show is because I respect his mind. And if you see some of the documentations that he put together, fighting his court system, hey, you got to give him his prop. You know what I mean? Because no one is coaching him or pushing him to do these things. It's coming straight out of his mind and his thoughts. And and it's gonna benefit a lot of people. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna bring that to you. Look here, right here on Verbal Creek Radio. Until next time, brother Loki, we out.
Yeah, yeah.